Do you know that sinking feeling you get every time your brain defaults to the worst case scenario? Or how you keep rereading the message because you haven't heard from them yet? You've just sent the message and now your brain won't shut up. You're reading the message again and again, shoulders tense, hearts in your throat, and you don't quite know how to stop it because you felt this way so often, it starts to feel normal. Your brain is going, why haven't he responded yet? Did I say something wrong? Did that come off the way I meant it? Why did I use an exclamation mark instead of a period? He said LOL and I didn't say anything back, and it just keeps going on and on and on. That mental replay is part of an anxiety loop. I know it well because that used to be me. And what I've learned is that's not who you are, it's a pattern. And the good thing about patterns is that they can be interrupted the moment they begin. Hi, my name is Dani, and I help you get out of survival so you can stop starting over and become the person who is, has, and does everything you desire. And here's what I could not understand for a long time. I thought that if I could just get the right thought, I could figure it out. Or if I get the reassurance from the person I needed it from, I would feel better. That didn't work. What ended up happening is that I always was in a state of needing constant reassurance, and I could not get my mind on a thought that felt better. And when you're in that loop of overthinking, feeling worried, feeling anxious, rereading a message or replaying a scenario, you're not just having a thinking problem. You're not just experiencing a pattern of thought. You're experiencing a nervous system response. Your body literally feels like something is wrong, and it is searching for ways to avoid pain and to avoid danger, and it is looking for reassurance that it is safe. And it feels real and it feels heavy and urgent because part of that anxiety loop means that you are reliving experiences of the past without knowing it. So instead of thinking your way out of your next anxiety loop, I'll be sharing with you the 5 techniques I've learned that interrupt the loop the moment it begins. Let's get into it. The first technique is to name it. Meaning, in order to change or interrupt this pattern, we have to be aware that we're in the pattern in the first place. So I know I'm in an anxiety loop because my body is tense, I'm biting my nails, I'm rereading my texts, I'm focused on my phone, I'm checking for a response, and I keep looking for some sort of reassurance outside of myself. I pause and say to myself, stop, you're in a loop. And this might sound simple, but it was powerful for me because once I was aware that I am in a loop, then that gave me the power to change it. And the second thing that naming did was it separated myself from the experience of the anxiety loop. So I wasn't an anxious person. I was just a person who had practiced anxious thoughts. And when I was separated from the program, I could look at the program and I could change it. The act of observing our thoughts and becoming aware of what we have been thinking is called metacognition. That means we're no longer being controlled by our thoughts, we're no longer in the momentum of them, but we become conscious. And from that place of consciousness, we can slow down and get to choose something different, something better. The second technique I practice is called releasing or surrendering to the divine within. And this one is different because it requires some form of belief in a higher power or some form of divine intelligence that exists. And for me, what happens when I release the anxiety or turn it over to the divine is that it frees up space and gives me the option to trust. I'm no longer reaching for control and trying to get that reassurance. I'm just letting things go and letting things be as they are and trusting that even in this moment, no matter how uncertain I feel, things are working out for me. I adopted this process from the book The Game of Life and How to Play It by author Florence Goshen. And it is a simple process. I start by finding my heart. I focus there and I say, I cast this burden of anxiety on the divine within so I can go free to feel good. Or I cast this burden of sadness on the divine within so I can go free to be happy. Or sometimes I just say, I cast this burden of X so I can feel free. End of it. I release it. The third technique I practice is that of getting out of my head and getting into the body. And the reason I do this is because an anxiety loop lives in the body. The body remembers past events, past experiences. That's where emotions are stored. So I put myself back into my body and I get into the driver's seat so I can have the loop leave. And I do this by grounding myself and getting my attention back into the present moment. And I do this by simply focusing on my breath and then practicing something I call the 3-3-3 method. I keep it 3-3-3 because it's simple. It's three things I can see, three things I can touch, three things I can hear. So I start by saying, okay, three things I can see right now is I can see the camera, I can see the door, I can see my shirt. Three things I can hear right now, I can hear the AC unit, I can hear traffic outside, I can hear the fan going. Three things I can touch right now, I can touch my arm, I can touch my desk, I can touch my phone. Every time we practice grounding ourselves using this method, one, we are bringing the body out of the anxious habit and the anxious thoughts, because when we are present, we're no longer fearing something that hasn't happened yet, and we're no longer worrying about something that's already happened. Instead, you're just here. And when you're here, the anxiety momentum slows all the way down. The next technique I practice that gives me immediate relief, connects the mind and the body, and slows down the loop completely is breath work. Because as you know, the breath tells the body whether it's safe or it's not. Whenever the breath is quick and shallow, your body thinks something is wrong. Think about the last time you were hyperventilating. Did you feel calm or did you feel panicked? When you slow down your breathing, like right before sleep, your body starts sending a signal that says we're okay, we're at rest, we're at ease. And when your brain receives that signal of we're okay, we're at rest, we're at ease, your body starts feeling safe. And when your body starts feeling safe, those thoughts no longer feel loud. They are no longer feeling overwhelming. They're feeling peaceful. Two simple but effective breathing techniques that I practice are the box breathing, which is breathing in for 4, holding for 4, breathing out for 4, then holding for 4. In for 4, hold it for 4, out for 4, hold it for 4. And the other one is the 4-6 breathing method, which you breathe in for 4 and exhale for 6. In for 4 and exhale for 6. And a general rule of breathing technique is you breathe in through your nose and you breathe out through your mouth. In through your nose and breathe out through your nose. And the last technique I practice is reaching for an elevated emotion. I don't go back to my thoughts. I don't give myself a chance to go back to my thoughts. I stay right here in my body and I reach for an elevated emotion, whether that's gratitude or whether that's care for someone or whether that's feeling love. Whatever it is, the easiest one for me is gratitude. So I will reach for gratitude for simple things like I'm grateful that I woke up this morning. I'm grateful that I can move my hands. I'm grateful that I can hear myself speak. I'm grateful that I can speak. I am grateful that I'm sitting here right now recording this video for you. I'm grateful for light. I'm grateful for this chair that I'm sitting on, that it supports me. I'm grateful that I have other ways that support me in my life. And as I'm reaching for gratitude and reaching for that elevated emotion, I am not only present in my body, but I'm getting energy from this and I'm feeling good. That's what that does for me. And every time I'm practicing this method, I am changing my identity. I'm becoming someone who uses the opportunity to spiral into overthinking and to spiral into an anxiety loop, to find elevated emotion, to feel good. And I end up leaving that process feeling better than when I started it. And even if that urge comes back to check my phone, I'm more confident in how to handle it. I can name it. I can reach for elevated emotion. I can focus in on my breathing. I can stay present and in the moment. I can come back to the new identity of who I am and this new version of myself. So there you have it. Those are the 5 techniques I practice to stop those anxiety loops as soon as they're happening. And the more I practice, what I realize is the less anxiety loops experiences that I have. Not because you force it to stop, but because you stop feeding it. And the more you practice these techniques, is the less anxiety experiences or loop that you have over time. And that's why I said in the beginning, this isn't who you are. This is a pattern, and patterns can be interrupted the moment they begin. So the next time you find yourself in an anxiety loop, name it, release it, ground your body with the 3-3-3 method, focus on your breathing, and find that elevated emotion. If you found any value in this video, please feel free to watch the next one that tells you how to make living in the end even easier than you already have been. Thank you for watching. Peace.